Everyone watching this video will have good memories about Jeff Stelling and Gillette Soccer Saturday because for many years it was one of the best shows on football television. The camaraderie, the banter, the good vibes and the organic viral moments all contributed to making it a must-watch for football fans. But nowadays, if you switch on a Sky broadcast, it's completely lost its heart and soul. Back in the day of Jeff and Gillette Soccer Saturday, it was about creating entertainment and funny moments, but now it's just about creating the next viral hit, and it's completely lost everything that made it such a truly special broadcast. It's gone from being one of the biggest broadcasters in the world to basically being a TalkSport ripoff. I think a quote that perfectly sums up just how good Sky broadcasts used to be actually comes from Jeff Stelling's book, and in the book he talks about a letter he received from a lady who was going through quite a tough time mentally, and she actually had no interest in football whatsoever, but a family member put her on to Gillette Soccer Saturday, and from the moment she first watched it, she committed to watching it religiously every single week, and it's one of the few things that got her through that dark time. Gillette Soccer Saturday was more than just a football show, it was a community, and it's hard to think of anything Sky producing nowadays coming close to doing what Gillette Soccer Saturday could do back in its peak. Now, Sky actually made 3 big changes this season. One of them is a very good change, the other 2 are very bad changes, and we're going to be talking about all of them in today's video. Starting off with the good change, the app called Finalysis. If you haven't heard of it, basically it's an app where football fans from every English club will go on after games, give their player ratings and match reviews, and all of that information gets fed back to Sky so they can create more interesting and knowledgeable debates about these clubs, especially the clubs that don't get the same level of media coverage as the quote-unquote bigger clubs. When used correctly, this app could be a game changer in the broadcasting world, but when used incorrectly, it creates moments like this interview that Will Perry and Jamie O'Hara had with a Middlesbrough fan.
I think the anger is just from the way that Rob Edwards has repeatedly spoken about being a family, and the first opportunity that he's had to leave said family.
But you're not his family. Wolves is his family. I mean, Jamie will say, having played for Wolves, Wolves are a much bigger club than Middlesbrough.
They are.
You might overlap.
Yeah, they are a bigger club. You can't get away from the fact that Wolves are a much bigger club than Middlesbrough.
Now, this interview highlights everything wrong with Sky Sports in 2025 because instead of Will Perry and Jamie O'Hara letting the interview flow and conducting it in a professional manner, they interrupt the Middlesbrough fan, they throw in snarky comments, they ask him questions about his own job and trying to make it a personal interview, and it's just feels so wrong watching it. It's a very hard watch to get through. I do feel like the Middlesbrough fan handled himself well in the situation, but he shouldn't have to handle himself well when he's going on Sky Sports, because it should be a professional manner and it should be to a significantly higher level than what it actually was. Instead of watching Sky Sports, it felt like I was watching something straight out of the TalkSport manual. The only difference is TalkSport understands what it's doing, it understands its audience and it understands how to get to them. Sky Sports is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, football broadcaster in world football, and it should be operating on a significantly higher level. And the third thing Sky introduced this season was a new TikTok account called Halo, and if you don't know what this was, keyword was because it was deleted after about 3 days. It was a TikTok account created specifically for female sports fans. Now, off the bat, it's already a pretty bad idea because it's segregating a group of fans that spent the last 50 years trying to bridge the gap between that segregation and end it, and the first thing Sky does is instantly segregate them off to a brand new TikTok. It marketed itself as the little sis of Sky Sports, which again, incredibly patronising, incredibly stereotypical, and just a really poor idea off the bat. It could have redeemed itself if the content was good, but it wasn't. This is the type of content they were producing. It's kind of like a group of guys got together and said, what do women like? Oh yeah, they like pink. And what else? Oh, matcha. Everyone loves matcha, that's just a common known fact. So yeah, off the bat it was just a terrible idea. It lasted about 3 days. The one good thing that Halo did was bring the internet together. It's rare that the internet will all come together and agree on something, but for this it actually did. Everyone got together, hated the idea, and it was deleted after about 2 or 3 days. That's probably the only positive impact that the Halo account actually had. People watch Sky for knowledgeable, entertaining and interesting content. They don't watch Sky to have a talk sport style debate with Jamie O'Hara throwing snarky comments towards a young Middlesbrough fan who's trying to have an interesting interview. That's not what we want. And Sky have the money and have the resources to get the right people onto their platform, but unfortunately that doesn't seem to be the direction they are heading towards. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts about all of these points, about Finalysis, about the interviews that they've been conducting, and about the shift in the way that Sky Sports are pushing out content. As always, thank you for watching. Sorry about the background. I'm moving location and we just put up a new background in about a couple of minutes. There will be a better one in a couple of days' time. If you have any ideas for the background and any ideas about Sky, let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching. Please do hit the like button and subscribe, and until next time, Hive out.